It is not possible to mirror on the surely terrific management that has been one of the actual benefits of this state except such as the title of George Washington in that list. In fact, in nearly any one top 10 listing of honestly gorgeous presidents, Washington would nearly clearly pinnacle the list. His stature in American records is legendary, and the admire Americans have for this their first president borders on adoration of myth. In fact, there is a lot of fantasy and some humor about our first president that displays the love humans have for this outstanding leader. From the many quips about his supposed wood enamel to the hundreds of locations round the state that proclaim George Washington slept here to the legendary story of how he threw a silver greenback throughout the Potomac as a toddler, or his response when he used to be caught reducing down a cherry tree and spoke back to the accusation can't inform a lie. Washington fantasy is sturdy in the countrywide reminiscence of this gorgeous leader. Washington in no way set out to turn out to be the best president of all time or even to be in a role of management in the new United States he helped to start. He used to be the one who originated the notion of a Italian president, and he believed so strongly in that notion that he refused to run for a 0.33 time period due to the fact his time as citizen-chief was once over. This lifestyle was once sustained with little exception till it used to be codified into phase of our charter in the structure of the 22nd Amendment. But earlier than Washington was once a super political leader, he confirmed his notable management capabilities on the area of battle. He discovered the artwork of fighting, serving honorably in the French and Indian conflict, and his have an impact on and the appreciate he had earned at some stage in that warfare netted him the title of Commander-in-Chief of the American Army when the Continental Congress created that position in 1775. Small marvel when he ascended to the presidency some years later, he carried the accountability of Commander-in-Chief with him to the presidency, the place it continues to dwell these days, even though few of our modern-day presidents have the Navy credentials of Washington. When commanding the troops throughout the modern war, a well-known incident that has been captured fantastically with the aid of artists used to be his choice to pass the Delaware in New Jersey to stage a shock assault and win the struggle towards the British. It used to be but any other extremely good maneuver that confirmed his association hold close of Army approach and solely served to add to his reputation and recognition as an wonderful chief of men. After the war, Washington once more used to be fascinated in retiring from public lifestyles. However, he used to be in no way one to flip away when his country wanted him, and wished him it did, as he presided over the Continental Congress to guarantee the profitable drafting of the U.S. Constitution. Of the many brilliant accomplishments of his life, his capacity to grant management and concept to that meeting to produce this masterpiece of American political ligature would absolutely be ranked as possibly his greatest hour. George Washington was once rewarded for his choicest management capabilities when he used to be given the outstanding accountability of serving as the country's first president of the United States. His knowledge and perception into what the state wanted at each stage of its early improvement made him the man of the hour for a struggling republic. Few understand that one of his best contributions to the presidency used to be recognizing that the kingdom used to be torn and weary of war. So the use of his full size have an impact on and negotiating skills. Washington signed a variety of essential treaties that resulted in years of peace that have been wished to flip the us of from ideas of fighting to ideas of constructing an outstanding nation. Washington by no means worn out of offering management for two phrases as the first American president, and it used to be who determined no longer to serve a one-third time period and back as soon as once more to personal life. But his influence on the kingdom and the world used to be profound and lengthy lasting. It was once the type of state-shaping impact that simply earned him the title related to him to this day of Ether of the Nation.